Hello everybody, I'm Anjana Shashi Kiran and let's continue with our reading comprehension. In my previous segments, I've already completed 2 of them, if you remember. The first one was the hospitals then and now. Then we did the moth and the star, and now we are going to be doing mankind is one family. This is very simple, very easy, so let us look at it. As I've already told you that going to questions directly would help you. However, it would be a good idea to read and understand the passage before we go to the question and answer segment. So these are the questions. There are 10 questions altogether. So starting from here, and you have 10 questions. So let us try and understand the passage before we go to answer the questions. Man is one family. Half the world does not have enough to eat. Each year, as a result, many millions die young. The bodies and minds of many more are permanently damaged by hunger. We say to you, this suffering can be and must be stopped. When all of us in the rich and poor countries make up our minds to stop it, we can stop it. The earth is ruled mainly by people out of touch with the young world. They know that men starve and die in millions, but they think it more important to make guns and bombs, to send us to fight one another than to provide food and water. Schools and hospitals, so that we might feed and serve one another. If you live in a poor country, demand enough food for your countrymen. Do not turn your backs on the people who provide food. Instead, work with them for rural development. If you are educated in special knowledge and skills, remember that science and technology that can send men into space need only to be released into poor countries to work even greater miracles. If you are a parent resolved to end the sufferings of children, know, too, how to plan the size of your family so that the progress of all is not endangered. Let us make it plain to the rulers that the division of the world into rich and poor must end. The many billions spent on armaments must be spent to develop the world. Let them know, too, that if political or financial systems prevent a just distribution of food and wealth, these systems must be replaced. Above all, we must show our willingness to work for world development. Mankind is one family in which each of us has a duty to help others. So it's a very simple passage. It's talking about helping the fellow mates, the fellow human beings, and mankind is one family. So it's talking about helping the other people. And here are the questions. So let us look at the questions. The questions are, why do many millions of people die? So we are talking about people where they die young, especially in underdeveloped countries and in developing countries. And I would like to bring to your attention and highlight that during the lockdown, there have been about, in our country, we have about 130 crores. So in 130 crores, there are close to 55 crores of people who are below poverty line. Can you beat it? They are below poverty line. This is there was an article in Hindu, and this is from there, I quote from there, that at about close to 55 crores of people are below poverty line, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people who die of starvation. And during this pandemic and lockdown, there have been hundreds and hundreds of people who have had no jobs, no food, no shelter. So it's very unfortunate, and now this particular passage is something which is very close to that. So the question over here is, why do many millions of people die young? So the answer over here is in the first paragraph. Half the world does not have enough to eat. So this is the answer for it. The answer is half the world does not have enough to eat. So why do many millions of people die young? Because they don't have enough to eat. Okay, that is your answer. Moving to the second one. What kind of people rule the earth? What kind of people rule the earth? The answer for that is the earth is ruled mainly by people out of touch with the young world. So if you look at it, what kind of people rule the earth? Ruled by the people who do not know the young world. So who do not know the young world, that is the answer. Third one. What do the rulers think is more important? So the answer is, they know that men starve and die in millions, but they think it is more important to make guns and bombs. So that is the answer. To make guns and bombs. Okay. Next is, what are the basic things the rulers are supposed to provide to the people? So it is it's right here in the next line. To send us to fight one another than to provide. So than to provide food, water, schools and hospitals. So what are the basic things the rulers are supposed to provide to the people? Those are, they should actually provide food, water, schools and hospitals, because that's the need of the hour, isn't it? Food, water, schools and hospitals. And you see it, it's over here. Next. A parent should know how to end the sufferings of his children by. So that one you have to look for. A parent should know. So you should exactly look for the words which match it. So if you are a parent, so the answer is right here. So if you are a parent and resolve to end the sufferings of the children, know to how to plan. So the answer is right here. So the question is, a parent should know how to, the choices are planning the size of his family, earning plenty of money, employing them in some occupation. Though all seem to be right, you have to exactly map it and match it to what the paragraph says and what the writer wants us to convey. So it is plan the size of your family. The answer is planning the size of the family. Got it? Next, sixth, what should you make plain to the rulers? What should you make plain to the rulers, the politicians or people who are governing? Let us make it plain to the rulers that the division of the world into rich and poor must end. So the division of the world into rich and poor must end. So in other words, the disparity should end. Division is nothing but disparity. So the new word has been used. So if your vocabulary is good, instead of using division, that is exactly over here, you can use something different also. So the disparity should end. There is no division of rich and poor. So you see that sixth one is here. Next is, according to the speaker, the many billions spent on armaments. Armaments means what? That all the equipment, all the ammunition that is used for fighting, that is used for wars, must be spent to make guns, fight with each other, develop the world. So instead of spending on those things, instead of preparing for the war, it would be a good idea to use it to develop the world. So what is it that is used to develop the world? what you need is, you need good schools, you need good hospitals, you need good infrastructure, good roads. So that is what it is to develop the world. So that is the answer. It is not make guns or fight with each other, but to develop the world. So do you see the answer? It is over here. The armaments must be spent to develop the world. These are all absolutely easy and they're also straightforward. So you would not find any difficulty whatsoever. Next is the 8th one. Add a prefix to the word willing to make its antonym. Antonym means opposite. So what is the opposite of willing? It is unwilling. Next is the rulers wish to dash bombs and guns. So do you see that possession and possess? So here the rulers wish to possess, which is a verb form of it, and this is a noun form of it, possession. So when you read it also, you would see that the rulers wish to possession. No, the rulers wish to possess the bombs and guns. So that is the answer. The next one, how should mankind be? Mankind is one word over here. How should mankind be? So we feel that mankind should be one family. So mankind is one family. You see that, in the last line. Mankind is one family in which each of us has a duty to help others. So the answer is, how should mankind be? We should be as one family. So that is the end of this reading comprehension. Hope you have understood. Thank you.